Congratulations! Thank you to all the schools watching us this morning. I'm Kira Vincent and this is CNN Student News. Today is March 6, 2016. Continuing with our Cold War segment, today is the 65th anniversary of the beginning of Julius and Ethel Rosenberg's espionage trial. Our story begins in New York City in 1936, when Julius Rosenberg, an engineer for the U.S. Army Signal Corps, met his future wife, Ethel Greenglass, a secretary, at the Young Communist meeting. Both were born in New York City, but they had Russian family members. Now, on to Nick Cherico and Meredith Burkhart to continue with the tale of the lovers' union, their Soviet Union.
Julius, 21, and Ethel Rosenberg, 17, were married in 1939 and had two sons, Michael Allen and Robert Harry. Upon later investigation, it was discovered that Julius began contact with Ethel in 1932. Ethel's parents did not trust him, so he was forced to secretly meet with her instead. Between 1932 and 1935, Ethel and Julius became devout communists. During World War II, Julius went to work for the U.S. Signal Corps, but was dismissed when his past affiliation with the Communist Party was discovered. He then began to spy for the Soviet Union and had convinced his brother-in-law, David Greenglass, to pass on information from Los Alamos while he was stationed working on the Manhattan Project. Rosenberg also helped pass on information regarding an important part of weapons called a proximity fuse to the Soviets, who later shot down a U-2 spy plane and captured the plane's pilot. Immediately after the Soviets detonated their first atomic bomb in 1949, the U.S. government began a large-scale search to find out who leaked the information to build such a weapon. The U.S. Army's Signal Intelligence Service broke the code used by the Soviets to send the messages in the 1940s. The codes revealed that Julius Rosenberg had been a part in the decrypted messages and was known by the code name Liberal.
Rosenberg's brother-in-law, David Greenglass, was caught first in a spying case. He immediately pointed the finger to his sister and brother-in-law and gave information to the U.S. government about their activities. Julius Rosenberg was arrested on July 17, 1950, for espionage, and later in the following weeks, his wife was arrested too. By the time the Rosenbergs were brought to the trial, the following March, strong anti-communist sentiments were led nationwide, as the nation was involved with the Korean War. Julius and Ethel were both convicted of espionage, and in April of 1951, they were sentenced to death. After 2 years of numerous appeals and failed requests from their supporters for a pardon by President Truman and Eisenhower, on the night of June 19, 1953, Julius and Ethel Rosenberg were executed in the electric chair at Sing Sing Prison in New York, leaving behind two young sons.
Even though that wasn't a current event, it was still quite shocking. I'm glad you took a seat and powered through with us through that not-so-light topic. In the end, their charges fused them to history together. I hope you have time to recharge today. See y'all next time.
Now this is a story all about how my life got turned upside down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town